10x. You can find me if you wish in eToro. This is a newly funded account. So this is July 9. You can actually just follow me and copy me. Essentially, what I'll be doing is I'll be depositing at least around $25,000 in increments within about a week or 2 weeks or a month. And also, if you want to follow me on eToro, I'm also hashtag NikkiU in eToro. I'm still risk 7 here, so the newbies or the new ones who are listening cannot follow me because I think I need to be risk 6 to be an eToro Popular Investor Program. Nonetheless, you can learn a lot. Of course, following me has the risks. I do not say that this is a guaranteed return. You can actually lose money, and you can just copy me if you wish. You can also not copy me, just see how I'm doing. So it's not how you start, but how you finish. Finish strong. When you come out of the storm, you won't be the same person that walked in. That is what The Storm is all about by Haruki Murakami. I always told people that if you can't handle corrections, difficulties, if you can't handle what is uneasy, you'll never be good. And so I think that I have become better by actually allowing any problems to come until I just became used to it as if it's a default. It's actually like a feature. Problems and failures are actually a feature, not a bug, as almost all entrepreneurs know. So regardless of what came before or what has yet to come, what matters most right now is how I choose to respond to the challenge before me. Will I lie down or will I fight? The choice is mine, and I choose to finish strong. Finish strong is a very important technical and also fundamental understanding. Every Friday, free Friday class. Why is Friday an important day? It's not just because it's the weekend, but it's actually the fact that every candlestick that you will measure in every chart in the world ends with a close on Friday. And with most technicians, it's very important to you that it doesn't matter if the market closed 5,000 points on the downside on the Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, if on Friday it actually closes unchanged. So actually, every Friday or every closing of a day is the most important part. In the Philippines, we actually see the US open 9:30 p.m. until 4 a.m. So that's Philippine time. That's actually how New York time definition to the Philippine time will become. That's like 9:30 a.m. to 4:30 p.m. in US New York time. To be honest, what I usually do is what's important to me is what closed. So last night, a lot of bears were very much in the offensive. But what happened? You may start slow, but did you finish strong? So if the US was tanking 900 points in the morning open, that's actually not important. It's irrelevant. If it closed 100 points to the upside, that's what's more important. It reversed course. Whether that happened in a day or in this case in a week, the more you close on the strong side every day, every week, every month, every year, it actually tells you that that company is a long-term winner. That's why all those intraday, if you're watching the ticker tape every day and you're looking at those minutiae, none of that actually matters. You're just inhaling a lot of noise. What's most important, if you are so bothered with the intraday whipsaws, is just look at the close. That came from experience. Now you can do anything you want if you do intraday trading or whatsoever. But in my personal experience, what only matters to me is how the end of the day closes. Yeah, you don't need to. Sometimes, yes, the open is significant because you can open strong and finish stronger. That's actually the best. You open strong, finish stronger. But to me, whatever you open at, you open weak, you open strong, the most important is, did you close strong? Did you end strong? So let's take a look at these sectors. In my view, these are the top sectors to watch. A lot of space names, a lot of biotech, a lot of electric vehicles, solars and batteries, wearables, 3D printing, some Chinese stocks, and some meme stocks. Yes, so I categorize memes also as a sector. So let's take a look on them one by one. For space, the first place is, of course, Virgin Galactic Holdings. Virgin Galactic Holdings has risen 300% from May till July. It looks to be the runner-up for the next 50 to 100% further move. So usually, most people are afraid of buying these because they think fundamentally, what's Virgin Galactic is supposed to be valued at? To be honest, this is where I think I suspend my disbelief. Because to me, it's very simple. What is my downside? My downside is very simple. Here about $40. People might say, but it could gap down if Richard Branson dies in a crash. Well, hopefully he doesn't. But take note, Virgin Galactic has sent human space crews already. He's not actually the number one. They've already sent a lot of unmanned. It happened here, actually. And so this is actually more like the third human space crew. And why is there a billionaire space race? You've heard the fact that the space stocks are rising ever since Jeff Bezos said that he's going to space for 11 minutes. And he announced it July 20. Jeff Bezos and his brother, Mark Bezos. We talked a lot about it. We even discussed it in the vertical takeoff. We talked about it in our market updates. This is not the first rodeo of Awesome 10X in believing in space names. In fact, what we did was buy SRAC Momentus. We bought ASTS Space Mobile. We bought, to be honest, I thought Virgin Galactica was late, so I didn't buy it then. Because there was like $10.50 Holy City, which was Astra Space. We bought SRAC, which was Momentus, ASTS. So that was our more vertical takeoff pick, which so far is correct. We're up about 100% on those names. I'll show that to you. But let me show to you the entire sector. The vertical takeoff is true and still ongoing. So we were proven right by the market that indeed Virgin Galactic is rising and we should not defy the trend. Now, if you're going to ask me how high can it go, to be honest, I don't know how high it can go. I do know my downside. If I enter at 52.7, my downside is 41. The risk is 41, and then the reward is infinite, or it's a question mark. If you're going to ask me, on Monday, when Virgin Galactic's Richard Branson proves to the world that he's back here, human spaceflight crew, the first billionaire to go to space, that's a huge money flow and validation. And think about it. Do you know how much people are short on Virgin Galactic? A lot. Check out the short float and look at that momentum with the volume. Every technician knows Virgin Galactic momentum is on the upside, not the downside. So if you can understand a loss of 30%, but a reward of infinite, I'd go for it. So that's one. Okay. And those who have it, congrats. If you have it as early as $20, to be honest, when I saw it at $20, Virgin Galactic, I was thinking of buying. But had I bought, I'll be very fair. If I bought at 20, I would have thought to sell at 42. In fact, I saw 60 go down to 40 plus. I would have thought maybe that was it. But because last night, the market went to the upside, I have to change my view. The view is that a break of 60 means that this is infinite skies. To all-time highs and to the moon and whatsoever rocket ship emojis you want to share, but it's an upside move. The risk is to the upside, not the downside. Okay, so what's happening with AST Space Mobile? We were bullish here. We're saying 7 to 8. We believe in Internet of Space. We were believers of Starlink, Tesla, and so we wanted to buy GSAT and AST Space Mobile for quite a while. And so we even discussed VACQ, aka Rocket Labs. We like space sector in general. It's a 10x sector for us. There's validity, there's science behind it. 1961 to 1972, in 11 years, people who never thought that they can go to the moon made it possible. Today, we've got additive manufacturing. We've got more sophisticated technology. We've got 5G. We even were able to do full self-driving vehicles at a pace that nobody believed in less than 10 years. So we think that the people who are so bearish in the human progress and disruptive innovation are actually wrong. We even think, and I'll tell you what, I even think that the bigger risk that I have is not thinking big enough. When I listen to the likes of Cathy Wood, Peter Diamandis, Ray Kurzweil, and the founders themselves, if you're looking at ASTS Space Mobile, you have to listen why Rakuten invested with them. Why is Abel Avellan trusted? So why did Verizon invest with AST Space Mobile? So of course, we buy not just a chart. I could actually give a 1 hour class why we like ASTS, but this is not that class. If you want to go to that class, you got to join our inner circle class. Nonetheless, we have this from 7, it went to 16, 13, even rose to 16. There's actually a $35 target price in AST Space Mobile by a certain Morgan Stanley. So we got those moves. Gap up here, flag here, gap up again. This is a pullback buy. And then when's the next move? $20, $25. The point is, it's too early to share the upside target for this. For me, I'm just going to buy it and hold it and forget about it. That's so simple. Buy, make money while sleeping, sleep. So AST Space Mobile, we have it. We're just holding on to it. Of course, some people are so aggressive. They have AST warrants. So warrants, it's more volatile. I just have the stock. So I don't have the call options on this name. I don't have the warrants either. I just have the simple stock. But of course, the pigs, actually, the aggressive pigs were very much rewarded. Okay, so Astra Space is Holy City. We were investing here at 10.5. We said about it. Take a look at our vertical takeoff class. And we're saying these are the stocks that have very limited downside, but almost infinite upside. So Astra Space is launching small rocket ships every week. Yes, because these are actually a niche product. They're getting those they're getting stuff from the moon and from Mars, and they're bringing it back to NASA. So you've seen Perseverance, you've seen Endurance. If you're living under a rock, yeah, that's your fault, because actually NASA has been very much sharing to the world all of the advances in mankind. You can actually watch Curiosity Stream, you can watch YouTube channel. So there is of course a big discrepancy believing in space 10 years ago versus 2021. So you are just too, I'm not gonna say anything, but you just lack information. That's it. We are able to get weekly. It's weekly. You're doing weekly, okay? So for Astro Space, just listen to Chris Kemp. You'll know more about it. That's Holy City. You'll notice that, of course, 10 went to 20. This is a typical reset at 10, quite a low risk. That's why we entered 10.50. And it so far went 17. Take note, this is already 70% upside, but even if it's usually going to be up, because up and then profit taking, very healthy profit taking, buy again 11, boom, down, profit taking, and then another boom. So you can see the sector is in the boom phase. It's in the up phase. Now, of course, some of us have Holy City warrants. This is Astra Space warrants. I will be very honest. I was a pig here. I own the Astra warrants. As I said, enter 250 to 280. And so this is 100% win for me. Some people sold at 4 and 5, and I think they haven't entered back. The difficulty really of selling is that if this goes to 9 or 10, they don't have the cheap cost anymore. So how I play these games or these setups is really hold a very small position. So if it was a small position, usually I really let my stocks go to the rocket, like go to space. So 250 goes $20, hopefully, let's see. But Astra warrants is a long-term call option on Astra Space. So just continue holding. Take note, I really don't look at those intraday swings. Take note, this was like 4, going to 3, going to 5.50, going to $4. I just let it be, let it sleep, buy and sleep, hold stuff. Tell you what, VACQ is of course Rocket Labs. Rocket Labs, we also said is going to go higher. And then at 10, at 11, usually you have very low risk. So actually, VACQ is still at $11. It's actually slow moving versus the other space names. But if you are more bullish, Rocket Labs is also doing well. This is by Peter Beck. So strong founders, very strong. Look at VACQ warrants. from $2 to $3. Given the entire uptrend, we were also saying to buy 250. VACQ warrant hasn't reached 4 or 5. So some people who sold their Holy City, aka Astra warrants, can still consider some of these space names because the sector is really booming. Our theory isn't something that I'm saying only today. We talked about in our global market update. Take a look at my global market update wherein I said Jeff Bezos goes to the moon, the implication for all the space stocks. And then, of course, the vertical takeoff free Friday class. So these are more repeats. So this is like the third round that we are buying space names. Okay, let's talk about some space. This is not space names, but some ideas for. Okay, let me give you some more ideas. To be honest, space and 3D printing are very much holding hands. You know, they're like friends. So why? Because all the rocket ships are created via 3D printing. So let's take a look at all these 3D printing names. Nano Dimension. So that was a bullish signal last night, kaboom. So higher low. You saw the higher moves. This was the May 11 support. This is the May 27 higher low. And this is a retest support. So what do you do at 716? Auto buy. That's a buy. How about desktop metal? Desktop metal is actually weaker in the fact that it's actually a triple support. Bottom here in April, bottom here on May 11, and then another bottom July 8. So actually, if you're looking to buy companies that have very low downside, these are actually very low downside. But if you want to own the leaders in the 3D sector, triple D systems, with a partnership with Plant, to manufacture breast tissues for breast reconstruction is actually the stronger move. So this is opening up the TAM or the total addressable market for bioprinting. Meaning, if I lost a limb, I can bioprint my legs. Of course, they're starting with breast tissues here. But you can see that they are also able to do, if they can do that, they can bioprint, let's say, a hand, a finger, sky's the limit. Okay, so why am I of the belief as well that it's possible? Because I've studied AHAC, aka Humacyte. So if you're studying a lot of advances in healthcare, you wouldn't actually say that these are pipe dreams. You just have to be more aware of the science innovation happening in our world today. So 3D Systems actually was already bullish here since $7. Actually, that was a very quick move from $7, $8. I still remember the gap up here last year. So I've been saying that additive manufacturing is in the fourth industrial revolution. Take note, we're bullish on all of them. 3D Systems, Stratasys, X1, even Carbon 3D, which isn't listed. Stratasys, Nano Dimension, the submetal, everyone, basically the sector. So, but each of them has each of their best niche. With 3D Systems, I think the reason why it's strong is because here they actually sold some loans. So from having a really bad balance sheet, if you still recall, the reason why this went up kaboom from 12 to 28 was because of a balance sheet related debt that was wiped out. Then now this one is actually just flurry of bullishness, perhaps from short sell squeeze or just general bullishness in the market. And this was just a normal reset because every stock fell from February all the way till May. That was the exact bottom on 17. And then this was the trigger of the good news, 29 all the way to $40. So given this fact, what I'll tell you is that if you're buying $34 on 3D printing system tonight, your downside is very little. Your downside is 28. It's not going to go maybe 17. So I actually prefer higher lows rather than triple bottoms. That's actually a technical momentum reason. Technical and also fundamental. So 3D Systems I prefer, even if all of them are actually bullish. Stratasys is also very bullish, but you could see that the fact that it's actually going down, like you could see it's trading in a range, it tells me that Stratasys at 21.22 is a buy, but 28.29 is also a sell. Now, if you're going to wonder and ask me what's happening with desktop metal, same thing. At about 10.11, you can buy, but 14.15, you've got a selling pressure. I think the reason has to do with the valuation. Some people are afraid that Desktop Metal might not have enough revenues to support their $2 billion valuation. With Nano Dimension, I'm more bullish, and I'll be biased here because Nano Dimension, I'm quite bullish that it can go back to $9. That 7 is a support because Nano Dimension acquired two companies with their cash. They've got $1 billion in cash. They did a dilution effort, but that $1 billion cash was bought $100 million on two AI learning companies. So you can just reread again why we're bullish. But in Inner Circle, we discussed in depth on Nano Dimension, electrifying printed circuit boards. So I think that there's a lot of programmable circuit boards, electronic circuit boards that Nano Dimension's niche is. That's why I like them more than the rest. So I'm a bit biased here. Okay, yeah, so for X1, I think the problem with X1 is that most of their application is on 3D printing, metals, and industrials. So they need to secure a super huge client. I think that's what X1 needs. But from a bullish standpoint, I'm also bullish here. 19 could rally to 24. But so far, X1 and Desktop Metal, in my view, are X1, Desktop Metal, and what's this? Stratasys, they are trading range. So after 20 to 30% or 50%, expect a resistance. Unlike 3D systems, unlike Nano Dimension, I'm more bullish bias that it's actually more on the upside. As for A1, it's very simple that it's not rising. When this one changes to Markforged, I think that's when the power of A1 will get unleashed. So as I was saying to everyone, if you're bullish on Markforged, just buy the Markforged warrants because within this month of July, it's going to change name. And I believe it's going to have a better upside on the move, like maybe go $3 again. So this one I'm biased to, Markforged. It's very cheap valuation. Okay, so we're finished on our space names. Let's talk about some healthcare. So sa healthcare, the best stocks are all the gene editing stocks. So let's go for the first leader, Intelia. So this is Intelia, strong move. I really like these names because it's all-time highs. I don't want a resistance. I just need to see where is my downside. And very clear, my support is here at about 120 and 100. And tonight, you could buy Intelia at about $153. Let me see if it's actually listed in eToro because these are my goals tonight. Everyone's going to copy me. You already know what I'm going to buy. So I'm going to telegraph it for you. If you follow and if you like, I mean, you can just copy me or you can just, so I like Intelia, I like Triple D Systems, I also like Space, Virgin Galactic. So that's like 3 names that I'll be buying tonight already. 151515. Anyway, yeah, 45. I have my money deployed and added next week. So wala akong masyadong cash. Sorry. Kulang funds. Okay, sige. Okay, so wait up. So let's start again with biotech. Genetic editing, we know that Intel is doing well. We like the movement. Ever since Biogene, BIB, actually solved Alzheimer's disease. Take a look at this move from 280 to 440. We were saying to everyone, guys, the money flow is entering biotech. So we've been saying that over and over again. You can even listen to our market updates. When that move happened, take a look again on June 8, June 9. We were saying buy biotech stocks. So we didn't buy BIIB, but you can actually also buy BIIB tonight. So BIIB, Biogen. So obviously, the market is so happy with the advancements in artificial intelligence and how it's translating to the entire life sciences demo. So we know that's true because Palantir shared it with CM Life, with Schrodinger. So you might actually wonder, should I buy Palantir? The answer is also a yes. Take note, Palantir also rises from 23 to 2308. So actually, that's a buy too. To be honest, if I have so much cash, I'll buy all of them. So I'll probably try to buy all of my recommendations for you. I'll try to like maybe get 10 names, all $450. Yeah, and then I'll just add more next week, another $450. If I have money, I'll just average up or average down. Yeah, I don't care because I'm cost averaging it anyway. So Schrodinger is also doing well. They're working with Palantir. Take note, these are our biotech ideas. Schrodinger is doing life sciences discovery using AI for drug discovery. There's also a company that Mr. Bill Gates has invested. Take note, 26, 50 plus, 75. So Schrodinger, is it listed here? Just wanted to check. Nope, there's no Schrodinger in eToro. No worries. CM Life is also good. This is also patient data working with Palantir. So take a look. you just see bullish hammers everywhere. So don't get worried about being so excited. When you see bullish boner candles everywhere, the answer is buy. Okay, so when you see something as green as that, the answer is buy. Okay, CM Life, Palantir, Schrodinger. Okay, let's talk about more. CRISPR-Cas9, of course, CRSP didn't release any good news, but because of Intellia, the advancements are getting shared across the board. So notice this one, we were saying to buy about $120 already around June 8, June 9. That was a breakout from the BIIB Biogene. Went as high as 170. This is a normal pullback. This is what you call a super uptrend. So the higher the slope, it's a stronger slope. It's super greedy. So I like to buy greed so that it goes to euphoria and then it's go insanity and then becomes religion for everyone, that it's almost irrational for you not to own CRISPR related names. So yes, CRISPR is a buy as well, 136 to 144. Unfortunately for eToro, you cannot buy yet. So you'll have to wait for about 9:30 p.m. But these are ideas for you to buy. CRISPR, Editas, yep, you can buy this as well. Editas Medicine, look at that, kaboom. What a bullish candle last night. This is normally an uptrend because you can see it went from about $30 to $60, a 100% rise. Obviously, a 100% rise merits some profit taking, but at $40 or 46, it goes back to $60. The uptrend is intact. We're going to heal the blind. So Editas, that is the goal. Using CRISPR-Cas9 to heal the blind. Editas, CRISPR. Okay, let's talk about Beam. This is also a good gene editing name. Kaboom. So normally, as you see, gap up because Beam is working with Apellis technology for novel therapies, drug discoveries. Again, this is a buy, $98, looks to go all-time highs. So the sector is very much intact. So I immediately told you my favorite sectors because this is also what I'll be buying with my limited funds. Okay, so wala, no beam therapies on eToro, don't worry, but you can buy all of these in IBKR. So okay, we finished those biotech names. Let's talk about more. Space, biotech, let's talk about electric vehicles. Yes, electric vehicles are all the rage. We do believe this secular trend. And so far, we've been loving FUV. RC Moto, yep, it's all a buy again. So it's obviously a very strong trend. This was a strong uptrend from 7 all the way to 16, 17. Had a pullback, which was normal after you make a 140% rise. This is, of course, a buy the leaders pullback. And thanks to Jeff Cooper for all those hit and run momentum books. Yes, this is, of course, very effective. For those who want to know, learn in technical analysis, you can just follow and buy that book, Hit and Run books by Mr. Jeff Cooper. Yeah, there. Okay, so just read it, or you can just follow our. It's obvious. That's a buy pullback. Okay. So that's a buy in case you're not aware. All right. So that's a buy. You buy 13.9 FUV. Take note what happened. We like, of course, as usual, Neo Xpeng. Kaboom. From about 100% rise. Right. It's normal. After you rise from 30 to 60, of course, you get a pullback. That's a normal profit taking. And then what do you do tonight? It's an obvious buy. So let's buy Neo again. Ta-da! Let's go to about $50 for Neo. Okay. So and then of course it's true as well for Xpeng. Also the same. That is also a take profit at about 46. A lot of support here at $40. And yeah, you can buy it tonight at $40. Xpeng is already listed in eToro. It used to be not. Lucid Motors, of course, CCIV. We have a strong buying area here. Take note, EVs, also bullish candle, buy, buy, buy. BUY. It's all a buy. Tonight is just like, it's an awesome night. It's like buy everything you can, use up all your money if you can. I'm sorry if you don't have money. To be honest, I'm a little bit sad because I have cash limitations there. But I would have bought $25,000 outright if I could just have all those funds now. Yeah. So just listen and then buy everything you want if you wish. All right, CCIV. Okay, so I like those. Those are my top priorities. If I like e-scooters, I'll also go new technologies. So also, this is also a buy reco. But the problem with new is you can see it's just trading in a range. So I would prefer maybe Neo XPEV. Okay, some people might say Li Auto. What do you think about it? To be honest, I'm not that impressed with Li Auto. But as you could see here, the sector is so strong. It's also on the uptrend. Does it mean that all the Chinese EVs are going up? Yep. very strong. I like BYD 1211. So very strong. 140 all the way to 240. 210 is also a buy, and then it goes 250 to 60. 175, aka Geely Auto, also a buy. You can see kaboom, it's just an uptrend. Almost all of them look the same. 1211, 175, 2333. Great Wall Motor was very strong. Kaboom, 2750. Even if you're late, you could see that it's just really uptrend and uptrend and uptrend. What else? This one is still weak, but I'd say that Dongfeng Motor is also gonna go up. So Dongfeng Motor is at support here at about $6.97. Look to the go 8. So slowly but surely it's gonna go higher. What else? Dongfeng Motors is helping your Nissan and Toyota, so it's not that cool of a car. Xiaomi has cars, but I don't really plan on buying any Xiaomi car. But you're seeing that movement on the upside as well. Xiaomi is more on the wearables, if you're gonna ask me. And as for Chinese stocks, Baidu, which is doing robo taxis, has gotten badly hit with that China crackdown. But you're noticing that today it's actually more in the bullish front. So if you bought at 176 or 175, you can still buy tonight. Baidu is also in a buy zone. Robo taxis. However, take note, there's a limited upside. It's about 20%. You've got a trading range on Baidu at about 225. You've got a lot of selling. That means that your big tech, your China big tech, after falling down south, don't worry about it if you bought 210 or 215. Here about 199 looks to be a buy, but take note, there's a resistance here at $230. Baba JD. JD also bottomed out. This is a higher low. It's not that weak, but so it's not going to go $60 anymore. But I think that there's a general resistance here about $80 or 77. So you could see a clear 10% risk reward. Risk is very small, but reward is also small. So some people might not like it because they like the moon moves, and this not the moon moves. JD, Baba, PDD. Okay, let's talk about PDD. PDD is also just in a range. So this is typical. Pintuoto always likes to have those kala mo lower highs, lower lows. But actually, this one likes to do that. If you notice how this moves, it's always to the upside. So 102 to 108, maybe there's a resistance at 113 the short term. I think there's a lot of resistance at 130 to 140, but very bullish movement nonetheless. So, but that's not my super top pick. I mean, 108 can go 140, but it's not like 50% upside. Sige. So finish 9 Chinese names. Okay, let's talk about more Chinese names. eVTOLs, yes, this one I like. EHang, so $34 tonight is a buy, $33. You're noticing that although there's resistance at $40 here, this Chinese eVTOL, the Chinese Joby Aviation, the Chinese KEL, aka Lilium, this is their panlaban. So I think that here at 30 you buy and then 40 you sell. You have a trading range on EHang. Favorites ko yan. Oh, I forgot. Sorry. Someone asking, but di ko daw mention yung bingo. Yeah, I forgot. Don't worry, this is also a buy. Bingo here is actually at the support. So those who don't, you can actually buy this. I like bingo here at $6, $6.50, doesn't matter. Bingo is actually a better version of PacBio. So Binary Genomics, we like it for the Sapphire software because we believe in genomic sequencing. So yes, this is a buy at 6.5 and it's also listed in eToro. Boom! Ayun, naka-checkmark na pala. So ang dami niyang bibilhin natin tonight. Kala mo, ang daming pera. $250 na lang. 20 names bilhin natin later. Okay, bingo, PacBio, it's a little bit weak, but this one is also gonna go higher. So mas mabagal. Some people like slowly but surely. Yung iba gusto explosive move like CRISPR, Intelia, boom. But this is also gonna move higher. So 28 to 31, slow uptrend, but actually on the way up. PacBio is also going up. NVT is also going up. This was for biotech, but this is a slower movement. So may range yan. VOR, Biopharma, also good. Here about 1980, I think you can get resistance at 25. I don't have POI, but looks like maraming buying signals yan. You could see that this is predictive oncology using AI. So these are also stocks that are okay naman. You can see those bullish candles and bullish volume. So there's really a lot of people betting on biotech in general. So yeah. And then some people, they're so tamad, they just own ARC Genomic. As if Cathy Wood lang marunong mag-genomics. Yeah, and they just buy 88 and then it goes $100, 112. This is for the lazy ones. I expect you guys to be more than lazy, to be actually awesome. Okay, so what else do I have to say? Okay, tapos na tayo sa space, tapos na tayo sa biotech, electric vehicle, tinapos na rin natin. Let's now talk about solars. Okay, so solars, this is really the super strong ones. The charge point is expected to go higher. So typically, really, when people invest in electric vehicles, they also have to invest in charging stations. So we always know that the leader is ChargePoint because the 500,000 Biden infrastructure bill is going to benefit this company specifically in China, in US. So this one is already 19 all the way to 36. Any dips are of course a buy. So at 28, will it go back to 35? The answer is yes. ChargePoint is not listed in eToro, but yeah. Now, the controversy about TPGY being the charge point of Europe is still up in the question mark, but actually, I don't think it's a question mark. So that's why the people who are willing to tolerate accumulation are actually accumulating here about $13, 13 to 12, 13.5, they're just sleeping there. This one is not momentum based. If you want momentum moves tonight and move kagad, TPGY is not that name. The movement would be on charge point for electric vehicles. Now, people also know CLI, aka EVgo. That is what's the new name of climate change? What's the new name of EVgo? Nag-change name na. So ito na, EVgo na siya. So yun, okay. So I prefer actually the leader, so ChargePoint, but I would assume that $11 here would have a buyer. I forgot, Proterra, the electric bus is also a good buy. Yes, $16. So yun, pag nakakalimutan ko, ibig sabihin di ako nagtre-trade niyan. But Too Simple is also gonna do well. Here, electric vehicle trucks. So a cheaper version of Rivian, 80 all the way to $50. Any dips at 50 is actually a buying entry for TSP. Too Simple is self-driving trucks. So I'm not too familiar with Hillian or Fisker, but I would assume that they will also have an uptrend. So you can see kaboom for Fisker Automotive, also a buy signal there. Yeah, so let's not discuss things I'm not too familiar with. So yun na lang. Okay, so na-finish na natin EVs. Let's talk about solars. Solars, I like them. This one went ahead, super strong, Jinko Solar. 128% move with so much volume at the upside. Enphase, super strong volume, $190, super bullish last night, continuous. Solar Edge, can see naman bullish na naman. It's like bullish everywhere. Ask the people, why are they bearish? They're not looking at the charts. They're not looking at anything. They're just having their own biases. Bullish, 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 Solar Edge. Ano pa ba? Enphase, Solar, Sunrun, yan, mga bullish yan. Kaboom, Sunrun going up from 49, ngayon 52. I think it goes 56 and then 63. Kawam yan, all the way to the upside. SunPower, mabagal, but don't worry, this is gonna go higher. A bullish move last night from 27 to 28, 26. Looks to go some resistance at 31, but eventually it's gonna be an uptrend channel on the upside. Mabagal lang siya. The drawing here is up, ting, ting, da, 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 da. You just do that. Yeah, so parang buy and sleep, do nothing and sleep. Okay, Sunrun, SunPower. For solar, this is stronger. American Solar Company. So this one is actually stronger. So these are all companies that we like already. So these are like repetition. Parang paulit-ulit na lang kami. Di ba? Gap up by up $100. May first solar ba dito? Uy, meron. Sige, papatulan ko yan. For solar, Canadian Solar, ayan, uptrend din. This is strong too. Ayan. Pataas din yan, 50. Maction, ganun din. Habang mura pa, boom. Habang $20 pa lang, tulak niya na hanggang 38. Pataas yan, guys. Now, if you want Chinese Hong Kong stocks, Sini Solar also on the uptrend. If you want lithium, 1772. Lithium miners, also going up. If you want Albemarle, also going up. Lahat naman yan, pantay-pantay na itsura eh. O, kaboom. If you want SQM, pwede rin. Oh, uptrend. Well, SQM I don't really like. I prefer Albemarle and Ganfeng Lithium. You go for the leaders. Okay, some people said, Alus is now considered Freyer. Yes, that's good. We like Freyer. So FREY is 9. ano pa lang eh, it's now changing name. So pwede yan, 9:45 could go 10, 11, 12. Speaking of, we like, some people kasi have the warrants. So they have Alice warrants. So even at $2, that's also expected to go higher to 3 or 4. So some people have the ALOS, aka Freyer battery. Some people have Freyer battery warrants. Both things we like because every electric vehicle has a battery storage. Therefore, we believe in the green batteries, and that's Freyer from Norway. Okay, prior executives from Toyota. What else? Batteries, we finished. Solars, we finished. Charging stations, we finished. Let's talk about wearables. Yeah, wearables is all a buy. So you can buy all of them. Copen, bullish, boom. MVIS, bullish again. Oh, yun, 15.4. Mabibili ko yung MVIS sa dito, di ba? Oh, buy. Oh. Dami mong bibilhin tonight. Kung may 50 names meron, lahat yan buy. Copen, MVIS, Himax, bullish din. Oh, all-time high move na yan. 'Di ba? Papunta na yan to the limits, to the all-time highs. $20 na si Himax next month, next year. MVIS, Vuzi, ganun din. Uptrend din yan. This is lower, pero on the way up din. Ano pa ba? Eman. Yeah, Eman. $3, mabagal, but you can buy this. So pwede yan, Haban 3. Buy din yan. Very big flag, then tulog, that's a buy. Okay, so we finished na our wearables. What else? 3D printing, I finished already. Chinese stocks, I've already brushed on them. Okay, so Chinese stocks, let's talk about a few names that are too big to, they went down too much. So Douyu is also a buy. This one at 5.5, 5.54, get in. Looks like the downside is already low. Look at the volume. I'd argue that this is on the upside, but there's a lot of resistance at 7, so or even 6.4. So the gap down came from the abrupt non-merger of Huya and Douyu. So there will be resistances, don't worry. This is not like all-time highs on like Himax or the other names, but you've got a decent trading range nonetheless. So Chinese stocks are still in a trading range, whether it's Baba, Baidu, JD, Pinduoduo. Let's talk about which names. Agora. Agora is also in a trading range, 36 to 48. So you can see that is a trading range, a very specific buy low, sell high. Kingsoft Cloud is also in a trading range, very clear. While it's low, it's oversold. You buy it here at $27.50, diba? It's very clear naman as support. And then you've got a resistance about 35 to 40. So there's a resistance here at 36. So trading range to. You can see that the prior support will become a resistance at 35. Okay, so what else? Chinese names. Live streaming. Live streaming, Bilibili is the strongest one. Yeah, so this one you can buy at 100 and then expect to sell at 120. Pangit sa Chinese stocks, it's capped. It's like 20% range. Futu and Tiger are more bullish to me, growth stocks in China. So this one is better. 138 and then perhaps all-time highs, 200, 240 all the way. Tiger also, this one's good. Chinese brokerage firm here at $20. See a resistance at $30, but this is still a good risk reward. So if you're gonna choose a Chinese stock, pwede siguro itong mga Tiger, Futu, preferably. But if you like Agora, don't worry about it. Okay pa rin. Growth stocks, plant-based, I also like. Oatly went super strong last night, kaboom. So 21 to 23. Yes, there's some resistance at 26. Perhaps some people think there's a resistance there. No worries, it's a trading range first. Beyond Meat also has a trading range, 130 to about 160. Very clear yan. There's a support at 134. There's a resistance at 158. So it's a trading range. Reopening stocks are in a trading range. If you're wondering what's happening to the likes of DraftKings, Airbnb, it's in a trading range. So if it's in a trading range, 46 to 56, maliit upside. If you're gonna ask me, the best upside comes from space and biotech. Very clear. Yung first na 10 minutes or 15 minutes, the one I'm so excited about, yun yung bibilhin. But this one is more of pagtsagaan na lang kung gusto mo talaga. Kung gustong-gusto mo, okay lang because we understand. So in general, sports reopening bets have been relatively so ibig sabihin gamble, even if there's a buy signal at 10, there is a resistance at 12. So expect a resistance. Like these are your resistances. Gamble has a resistance, Douyu has a resistance. Lock group, sayang. Di nga umangate, pero there's a resistance here at 75 cents. So usually if there's a huge resistance there, I would argue na some people would sell 63, $70, 70 cents. But we like them. Don't worry about it. If you are so fundamentally in love with these game names, it's okay. Roblox and Unity, let's talk about it. Okay naman. So $82 has a lot of support. 79.82 has been strong for Roblox. Unity has a lot of support at about $100 area. So, but it's slow. Let me just tell you, this is a slow move. Slow move until 130. But some people, they like slowly but surely. So, pwede na yan. Um, so, ano pa ba? Na-finish ko na game. Meme stocks, yes. So, let's talk about memes. Meme stocks, AHT looks to be supported. This one I'll buy. $2.40, $2.50 looks like a support area already. As I was saying, $2 is a very limited downside. It's the same as November here. So from a reopening standpoint, and the fact that the reverse split fundamentally doesn't change the fact that they still own those 100 plus hotels that are luxury hotels. I'd say that at $2.40 without debt already in their balance sheet, because the $4 billion in their debt was already paid for by the dilution of the shares. They finished already selling $4 billion worth. They wiped out their debt. There's a more fundamentally managed company now. No debts, no bankruptcy imminently. So this is gonna be a buy signal for Asymptote Next 250 buy. And then let's wait for it to go 350, 435. Expect some selling pressure here about 435. Okay, so HT, that's one. Meme stock, let's talk about some Tilray and Sundial. There's a meme stock that I believe is also a buy area. Here about 90 cents. We made a buy call here at 75, also buy call here at 90 cents. Looks to go as high as 140, 150. But it might not also rally that much. There could be a resistance here at 108 to 110. So $1, 110, expect some trading range there, 20% trading range. For Tilray, they already finished their merger with Afria. So expect a trading range here, a lot of support here at 15, 16, but a lot of selling pressure at $20. Speaking of, let's talk about QuantumScape. I forgot to mention, QuantumScape in the battery arena is also in a support here at 24, but a lot of resistance at $30. So you'll see a 20% range play on QuantumScape. For Danimer, expect also range play. Danimer Scientific, you've got a range 24 to 28. You also have a range play in my view for Origin. Origin is a bottom here at 7, 8. You have a resistance at 10, so 20, 25% range. You'll play that ping pong move. What else? For LiDARs, I forgot to mention, we like them too. So let's take a look at all the LiDAR names. Laser is the most expensive, so it's normal for it to have the bigger pullback. So it's always been trading 19 to 20 to 25. There's a resistance here. So this is not yet fully reset. Innovis is actually still in the reset mode. So here about $9, $10, continue to hold them. Ouster, we like here about 10, 11 should be a buying area. 11 and 12, take note, higher low. This one can go as high as $25 if you have like a 2-year time frame. So we like this name preferably. Ouster. Ouster Innovis is better than Laser. Velodyne LiDAR is weak, but about 9 to 10, you will expect some buying pressure and then a lot of selling resistance at 12, 11. So Velodyne LiDAR, IVA, I don't talk about it, but it should be also trading in a range. This one I don't really trade much, but 10 to 11 to 12. So there. But I think like from a SPAC field, I like $8 Origin. Forgot to say some IPOs, Yatsen Global, some Chinese names that I like. Here about $8.50, $8.60. I like the live streaming, how they're selling their makeup. So we've got this brand, Perfect Diary, should be doing okay. So 8 to 12 to 13 is okay with me. In terms of cannabis and pick and shovels, let's talk about Grow Generation. I still love them. Still a long-term uptrend. I still like App Harvest. Should be also still your buying area. You'll see up, down, up, down, up. So it's like an uptrend. Like, ganun lang. Diba? It's like a boom. These are all Awesome 10X names. So you are in for the treat. You've heard all of my Awesome 10X ideas. Agrify, no worries. Diba? We're mapagbigay. Diba? So kikita kayo, happy naman kami. Okay, so Agrify, 7, 8, 9, 10, 14, all the way up. So you've got a lot of resistance somehow at 14. That was your resistance for the last 3 months. But eventually, I think Agrify can go higher. There's a huge momentum on agriculture, indoor farming, hydro farming also. So this one is also in a support here. HYFM 57 to about 72. Mm, actually, I'm not that bullish on Hydrofarm. Mas alam ko yung Up Harvest, Agrify. Um, I think this one is a little bit expensive, but because the sector is strong, should also go higher. I haven't studied this one, 100% up tonight, AgriForce. So new name, haven't studied. I think it's already open $10. I think it's a Canadian agriculture name as well. There's a company called Leo Bounty, LIII, Leo Holdings. Haven't bought this, but this is also going to be an agriculture farming name, 117. I also like SV, Aero Farms. Haven't switched names, but I think when it switches name to Aero Farm, it's going to be a big winner. Here at 118, continue to buy. I think it's going to go $2 to $3. EVTOLs we like. There's like so many companies to talk about. Let me check if there are questions. How about Viant? Viant is not that good in my view, so probably just let it be, let it sleep. Precision Ag Tech, Raven got bought out already. I don't think AgroFresh Solutions is getting a lot of buyers, but it's sleeping, should be okay. HT answered already. Meme stocks answered already. Roblox answered already. Will the moves be posted on Viber? You can see it, copy Nikki, whatever I bought. But honestly speaking, I like all the names. You can just buy any name you want. Thoughts on Humble? Humble blockchain. Yeah, I forgot to mention about blockchain names. Humble is okay at about $1. You've got a lot of support at $1, 110. You've got a lot of support here. Yes, that's a buy. Forgot to mention ABML. Sorry, these are our OTC plays. These are also buying areas as well. Should go to 80 eventually. What else have I forgotten? Blockchain, no? Yeah, Coinbase, I like. I like Square, Coinbase, yan. Oh, uptrend yan. Flag lang yan, going to 80. Square also going up. 230, 235. Actually, any dips of Square is a buy. Even at 235 is a buy, should go up to 270. Coinbase, Square, Visa, PayPal, puro uptick all-time highs. Ano pa ba? Canaan is also okay. Forgot to mention. Canaan, here about $6. You can buy this. 670, 660 is okay. Think it's going to go higher. Those who have HUT and Bitfarm should be okay. Just hold on. Should be okay. Any dips will still be higher. Bitfarms is okay as well. Argo blockchain should also go up. Argo blockchain is trying to list from London to US. So this one at about 114 pounds should be okay. For gaming, we still like CD Projekt. If you have money, hold on to it. If you don't have cash, it's fine. It's a slow poke, but it's going to go higher to 277. You give it some time. Nintendo should be okay. Lots of winners, guys. Here about $71 is okay to buy while it's dropping. But these are slowly but surely names. Okay, there's just so many stock winners to buy, isn't it? Airlines, I don't like. Drones, I still don't like drones. I think drones are perhaps going to sleep. But I have Alpine, just sleeping. I don't see a momentum. There's no volume. Most likely it's going to sleep. So Sleeping Beauty, not yet. Plymouth Rock, still Sleeping Beauty, not yet. Sleeping lang. Alpine, Plymouth Rock, Deep Life, tulog lang. Diba? Tulog lang. Drones, not yet. Consumer discretionary, okay lang, but not too big. I don't think it's super good. Farfetch, Capri, okay lang. It's a sleeper. I wouldn't put my money there. That's it, guys. Think that you've got so much money to make. So meme stocks, AMC, and BBBY are already so old, so that's not a play to make. This is already a sell in my view. I would rather not have AMC. I would not have BBBY. I would not have GME. Even if they go up, I think like it's like too much resistance. If you want the game plays, go for space. So it's easy. My first two top picks are space and biotech. That's it. Have a good night. Make some money while you're